Well, hello again. I'm actually going to do a continuation of the previous video. The one for the 7th of November is titled, I'm Told Many Cannot Handle Truth. My friend Aristo commented on the previous video, quote, when we say tell the truth, is that everyone or just everyone else? In my experience, most people cannot handle truth unless it happens to agree with their programming. How can we handle the darkness this truth will reveal in every soul when most are in denial of how deep their own rabbit hole goes? End quote. I hear you. We have spent our entire lives on a planet of lies. For most of us, truth is whatever lie we have been programmed to believe. Therefore, I have to ask myself, does objective truth exist? If it does not, and it does not appear to be on this planet, or it does not appear to on this planet, then life has no meaning and I have no purpose for being alive. Shakespeare was right. Life is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. If truth does not exist, we can never be truly free. I'll start with the last sentence in that blurb. I have long believed the statement, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. If, as Aristo says, there is no objective truth, there is no truth that is absolute. If this is reality, then to me, everything about my life, everything that I've witnessed, all of creation is meaningless. It has no justification, no meaning, no purpose. It's an insanity, as Shakespeare said. It's a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. I agree with Aristo that people cannot handle truth because the programming has been so strong. All of my life, since teenage years at least, I have been on a quest to discover truth. And as I've said in previous videos, the central truth that I discovered is by this shall men know that you are my disciples, if you love one another. If you only love those that agree with you, you're just like everybody else. You're part of the programmed masses, you could say. If you really understand that life is an interconnected web, you will learn that love is the only way. It's the only way you can get out of the insanity, is to love each other and to recognize the truth is to love. That is the truth, to love one another, to respect the differences and come from a place of love, not from a place of I'm right and you're wrong. If you come from that place, then you're going to not be able to achieve peace. You're not going to find peace. You can only find peace when you come from a place of love. When you come from a place of realizing that we are all interconnected despite the apparent differences in our ideologies, in our religions, in our political viewpoints, and all of the things that have been manipulated to separate us one from another so that our energy can be devastatingly spoiled so that we cannot become, each of us, the best we can be. The world, as I've said, time and time again, and I will continue to say it, it's insane. I mean, I look at this political race with a lady running for president and people are voting for her or have voted for her already in many cases because she's a woman. It doesn't matter that she's one of the biggest liars, that she's a child molester, that, I mean, look at all the things that are coming out now and being revealed about her and Bill Clinton. Look at all the things that are being revealed there. Even the Bushes didn't have such a dark shadow over their lifestyle as the Clintons do. The Clintons are the most dark people that have ever been in politics in our lifetime. Since the mid 20th century, there's not been anybody comparable, and I don't think there's been anybody comparable in any lifetimes. Maybe there have, but I'm not aware of them, and they're certainly not recent. Some of the Caesars and leaders of the Roman Empire might have been pretty darn corrupt as well. But in any case, we need to know the truth if we're ever going to be free. I mean, that's a sine qua non, a given. Not without, sine qua non is Latin, by the way, for not without which. We can't be liberated until we can hear the truth and not resist it. And we have to come to a place where we realize that we've all been fed a diet of lies our entire lives. That's why I've made it a point since my teenage years to study the other religions and to find the common ground. Not to fight over who's right, because there's truth and right things in all of them. Or they could have never sold that to us. When I say they, whoever the dark entities are that have manipulated this planet for eons of time and caused its destruction several times in the past, according to archaeological history and the deciphering of that archaeology. What does it take to shift it? I don't think it can happen without knowing the truth. And if we can't handle it, that's a big problem that we have to overcome. We have to stop this nonsense of thinking, well, because this is the way that I was taught, it's the truth. We've all, and I mean all of us, have been taught lies. And those lies have been masqueraded before us as if they are the only way, truth, and life, the only reality. But obviously, it's not. Love is the only reality, because love is able to get beyond the artificial constructs and look at things as they really are. We are alive, are we not? Are we not living beings? Do we not breathe the same air? Do we not have way more similarities in our biological functioning than we have differences? The differences are all conceptual differences, not actual differences. You may say, well, some people are black and some people are tan and some people are white and brown and whatever color. Even if we were green, pink, and orange and yellow and whatever, that's irrelevant. We still are the same physiologically. We still have to eat and have bowel movements and stuff like that. We still have physical bodies and pain receptors that we can feel pain. We've got to get beyond the artificial constructs, the lies that have been erected to keep us in bondage to a world that is absolutely criminally insane. And the criminal insanity permeates everything. And the United States of America, which once had a great vision, was given a great vision at its foundation, has deteriorated into what it has become. My next video, I will talk a little bit more about politics, because it'll be the day of the election that it will air, or the night before the election. And I thank you for listening, and I'm doing the best I can to try to get us to think outside the box, because the box is our prison. Thank you for listening. And